On the topic of inflammation, one of the sources, one of the root causes we spoke of was genetics. And one of the ways this genetic predisposition presents itself, the way we people generally think of, is allergies, eczema, asthma. Those are sort of the triad that everybody is well familiar with and practices in their practice if you're a provider, or knows how to manage it in their family, or expect it in a family tree. What we don't recognize is another way of thinking of that asthma, eczema, allergy sensitivity, is how that sensitivity predisposition actually manifests itself in many other facets of our body as well. Some people have referred to this as higher sensitivity people. Sometimes that higher sensitivity person kind of has a negative connotation, like somebody is not strong or not able. Quite the reverse. High sensitivity people, those same people who are more prone to react to cold viruses and foods and allergens, have a brain that does more, not less. They think about things more, not less. They feel things on a deeper level more, not less. They tend to be very smart from the moment they're born, more aware and more perceptive. They generally are really good at higher cognitive function, like either arts or creative endeavors, or math, or writing. Some things that require more complex cognitive function, brain function, they tend to really shine at. They are more prone to anxiety, where everybody else is going through life like this and not exposed to or aware of their whole world. They go through life like this. They see everything and then some. And that can be very anxiety provoking. They feel things and appreciate things other people didn't feel. I'm not talking autism. That's always the thing that people talk about. Autism is like a label out there. It may be an extreme case of one thing or another. What I'm talking about is actually 20% of the population. 1 out of 5 people have what we call higher sensitivity. It is a superpower. It is good. Some of the most accomplished people in the world have higher sensitivity. Many presidents, many innovators, many artists, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, MLK, and you name it, some of the wow people we think of. Why? Because the same thing that makes their tummy hurt more, or their skin become a little bit more irritated, makes them think of ideas other people didn't think of. Makes them have empathy and deeper feelings other people didn't even have or know how to feel. And so many abilities that can, if not identified early and taken care of and furthered, can also become an impediment. Anxiety can quickly take over if we don't recognize the root of it. Distractibility, because their brain is going a mile a minute, they can quickly take over. Our job is to see the whole individual, to help them see their wonderful side, their superpower, their creative abilities, and tell them about their challenges. Let me give you an example of a very, very tall person. Think about somebody who's very tall. Let's just say 6.5, 7 feet tall. Do we think of that person as a sick individual, a disease that has to be eradicated? Not really. As a matter of fact, we probably ooh and ah about that person, how far they can reach, how far they can look, how lucky they are. It's probably genetic. Mommy or daddy, or probably mommy and daddy, are very tall. It is good to be tall, really tall. But the same person we just oohed and awed about tries to go through that door frame like everybody else. They're going to bang their head every 5 minutes. The same one that has such advantages and such awesomeness can't even get through a door. That's how high sensitivity should be thought of. It's not a disease. It's not a condition. It's not something to eradicate. It is unique. It is 1 out of 5 people, so 80% of the people don't have that. It comes with many advantages, but also with its challenges. So how do you take care of the very tall person? Well, I have a solution. Chop them down. Make them short like everybody else. That's easy. They will go through every door frame with no problem. But you've just gotten rid of their awesomeness, their creativity, their ability, and so many wonderful things. The way to take care of a very tall person is to say those doors were made for the 80% of the population. There's nothing wrong with you. There's probably something wrong with the door frames. We need to show you, anticipate the door frame, and duck your head. And after the door, you do what you do, and you do it as well as anybody else or better. So it is with high sensitivity people. We're going to teach them early on that your tummy is going to be more sensitive than other people. Now you can eat eating the same food and paying the same price, Or I can show you how you can duck your head, navigate that sensitivity. I can tell you about anxiety. You're going to be prone to anxiety. Anxiety is not all bad. Anxiety is necessary for our survival. Excessive anxiety, well, that's a detriment to health. So I can teach you how to modulate it. Akin to, I can teach you how to duck your head.